let me pull this video. Let me pull this video so we can see what was said. Let's pull this video up real quick. Then I'll give you guys my thoughts on the video.
You know, with my wife, you know, who Tina decided to go her own way. That's why you don't see it right here. But she want to go do something else, that's fine with me. We had our run. So even though she had the stroke and getting older, she would never be like, oh man, she was always beautiful in my eyes until you say, I want to go do something else.
Yeah.
Now you're not as beautiful to me again. And the fact that if you decide to go this way, I'm going to go that way, that's fine.
That's deep.
It is what it is, man. And like I said, anytime you can find somebody you can stay in love with for a long time or for one day or whatever, if you can witness that love, that's good.
So, for those of you that don't know, LaVar Ball has been with his wife for 30 years. 30 years. And I need to put this in perspective because let's be honest, LaVar Ball, he is the epitome of, what's the best way for me to say this? If there was a poster child for how this country, particularly Black culture, hates when a Black man is what he's supposed to be. In other words, a good husband, good father. LaVar Ball would be that poster child. LaVar Ball, ever since LaVar Ball came out, right? People said he was cocky. They said he was arrogant. They said they didn't like his personality, all of this crap, right? The reason why they did all of that is because there was nothing else negative they could say about him. He'd been with his wife 30 years. He said he picked his wife because not only did he view her as beautiful, but because of her height, because he wanted to produce boys that could go to the NBA. If LaVar Ball was a white guy that got all three of his sons into professional sports, he would be getting all of the praise in the world, right? LaVar Ball does not get praise from the Black community, even though he's a successful Black father, partially because his wife is white. I don't know how that takes away from him being a good father. I don't know how that takes away from him being a good husband. I don't understand that. He created the Big Baller brand. So not only is this Black man a successful husband, a successful father, but he has his own company, got his sons into professional sports. Two of his sons, I know for a fact, play in the NBA. The third one, I don't know if he plays in the NBA or not, but I know he plays, I know he still plays either professionally or semi-professionally. I'm not sure, right? But that's not all. That's not all. This dude, if you know anything about LaVar Ball, he has always given his wife props. He has always put his wife up there. Like if they had any type of event where their sons were being honored, or their sons getting drafted, or getting into the NBA, or they have some sort of award ceremony, he makes sure to bring his wife out so everybody can see his wife. And I'm saying this to say that he wasn't a dude that wanted his wife tucked away out of the spotlight. He wanted his wife in the spotlight. He wanted his wife to share the spotlight with him and his sons. He was extremely proud of his family, right? Now, I have to say all of this. The reason I have to say all of this is because you could see how much this man loved his wife. It's not even a question. It's not even debatable. It's not up for debate, right? He loved his wife so much that when she had a stroke, could barely talk, did he leave? Did he say, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. This is not the woman I married. He didn't do that. This man dedicated himself to her rehabilitation. Okay, it's documented. You can see it. You can go see the videos of him in the pool doing aqua therapy with her. You can see him pushing her. You can see him doing everything in his power to help her rehabilitate. He didn't want her to have a wheelchair. He wanted to make sure that she was able to walk again. He did all of these things for this woman. For this woman. This man dedicated himself to this woman the way a husband is supposed to, the way everybody claims a man is supposed to be. He took the vow seriously. In sickness and in health, till death do us part. And the moment that she recovered, and then he had a health issue, he had complications due to diabetes, so he had to get one of his legs amputated. The moment that she recovered and he got hit with the health issues and had to have his leg amputated, she jetted. She bounced. Filed for divorce on this man. $30 years. Now, me personally, I think she left him because he got his leg amputated. That's what I think. Y'all can disagree with me if you like. That's what I think. But regardless of whether I'm right or wrong, it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter, because at the end of the day, this is a man who dedicated himself to this woman for 30 years, 3 decades. With her, he produced and raised professional athletes, good kids, and she left him. She left him. After 30 years? 30 years of marriage? How do you leave somebody after 30 years of marriage? And look, I hate to say this, but I gotta say it. These women, as much as y'all love to talk shit about the men that have came to the internet to complain about women, regardless of what title you give them, whether you call them RP or some sort of sphere or whatever, regardless of what you call them, podcast bros or whatever, these women continue to prove these men right. They just continue to do it. As much as these women come to the internet and try to pretend that these men are just bitter, that these men are just misogynist, that these men are just chauvinistic, that these men just don't like women, and that's why they talk trash, regardless of what these women say, They keep proving these men right. They keep proving them right. And you want to know how bad it is? This is how bad it is, right? If the roles would have been reversed, if LaVar Ball would have had a stroke and his wife nursed him back to health, and then soon as he recovered, he left her, that would be, bruh, that would be all over the internet. It would be everywhere. The only reason you know about her divorcing this man is because he said it during the interview with Neon. That's the only reason you know about it. But it gets worse. It gets worse. The Sisterhood is on the internet right now trying their best to figure out a way to make LaVar Ball the villain in this situation. They are on the internet right now saying that he, just because they were together for 30 years, doesn't mean that he was a good man, doesn't mean that he was a good husband. Even when I told my wife this situation, you know what my wife said to me? She said, well, I got two things to say, because she didn't know about the situation. She said, well, if she left him after he helped her rehabilitate and if he helped her with her rehabilitation and then he got his leg amputated and she left because of that, my wife was like, she a piece of shit for that. She said, but I will say this. She said, a lot of times when somebody is an amputee, they get mean. So I'm like, wow. Really? And isn't it funny how we just automatically go to, it had to be something that he did? Why is it impossible? Why is it impossible? Like watch this. Watch this.
Hello.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Hmm.
Can you tell my audience what you said about LaVar Ball and his wife and the fact that
I knew I should have answered this phone.
and the fact that he, after he got his leg amputated, she left. Could you tell them what you said about him possibly becoming mean?
I mean, he could. I don't know him personally, but from my experience with a situation like that, sometimes a person, the amputee, they get mean because that's traumatizing to lose a limb. Like, not to put my business out there, but my grandfather, my grandparents raised me and my older sister. And my grandfather was a diabetic, and he ended up losing his toe, and then it was foot, and then it was up his leg, and then it was like the whole leg. And he was so mean, like unbearable to be around. Like, that's why I was saying earlier, I was like, maybe they should get some kind of therapy. Maybe I was just throwing out possibilities. Like, did she find out he had a whole new family? Is she just a rotten person, the pieces that left him because of that? But I'm like, well, maybe did he become mean? Like, I don't know. That's why I asked you if she put out a statement, if her people put out a statement and said anything, is, what?
Well, I just got one question for you and then I'll let you go.
What?
Whenever situations like this happen, why do we as a society automatically think that maybe it's something he did?
I didn't say it was something he did. I had a bunch of questions. I said, maybe he got mean. And I also said, maybe she's a POS. Maybe she can't handle seeing him like that. It could be, I had a bunch of questions. And then I said, what we went through, like, it was crazy. And I said, God forbid if something like that happened to one of us, just get a bell. Get it made, a living maid, a living nanny, a living caretaker, a living whoever. Is he in a good mood? Is she in a good mood today? Okay. Like, some kind of therapy, something. Like, I don't know. Like, this is the first that I'm hearing about it. Like, you talking to me about it earlier, and I'm like, oh, damn. That's fucked up if that's why it's happening. Why there's a separation? Like, does she think she can go have a hot girl summer at 112?
So everybody's on the internet. Everybody's on the internet right now saying that he cheated, saying that he, just because they was together 30 years doesn't mean he was a good husband, saying that maybe she wanted to leave anyway. Like, that's what's going on the internet right now.
I didn't, like I said, I didn't see any of that. I haven't been on social media and the first time I'm hearing about it is you told me about it, and that's why I had so many questions. Like,
okay,
so I said, if she left because of that, she's a POS. Like, that ain't what marriage is. That ain't. I mean, I unroll socks all the time that I don't want to unroll, that I'm scared to unroll. I mean, got to do all kind of stuff. Fix your face.
Yep.
Fix your face. Yeah, what?
All
right, what?
I didn't say anything.
I ask questions. We're not going to agree on everything. I'm not making excuses for her. I ask questions. I don't know what all's going on.
I know exactly what's going on.
How you know?
Because I do.
Mello called you and told you?
You don't have to tell me nothing. I already know.
How you know? You know because he lost his limb and she's what? What you call her? I know you was up there calling her names. What you say?
I ain't called her no type of name yet.
What you say about the situation? Damn it, I knew I should have been watching instead of trying to learn stuff.
Already know what's going on. She's a piece of shit.
That's what I said. I'm not
gonna put nothing on him. I'm not gonna say he cheated. I'm not gonna say that he got mean because his leg got. I'm not saying none of that shit. For once in this universe, I'm gonna blame the fucking woman and nobody else.
Do what you do.
She's a piece of shit because if any of that shit was true, why the fuck was she with him for 30 years?
What I said was, if she did leave him or separate because of that, she's a POS. And I hope that's not what it is. I said that hours ago. I said that. It's fucked up.
All right. I'm gonna get back to it and tell these. I'm about to tell these men what they need to do.
What they need to do? You told me to.
Them niggas need to stay single in this day and age. 30 freaking years. They just need to stay single.
Really?
That shit is horrible. 30 years. 30 years. This man was with this woman for 30 years. And she just, I'm gonna leave.
You think it was that easy? You think?
Apparently it was. She left and filed divorce. Apparently it was that easy.
That's why I asked you earlier. I was like, did she put out a statement? Did she say anything? Or you like, nah, she just split?
Out of all of the men in society, that is the one dude that this society, like this culture drug him from day one. From day one. The dude ain't did nothing to nobody. He been a husband. He been a father. He got his kids into professional sports. He said he was going to do it and he did it. And black culture has drugged this man. Like they've been dragging him for years. And after all of the drag and after everybody treating this man horribly when really they should be giving him props. You need more guys like that in the black community. They should be giving him props. But no, they drug the shit out of him. And now to top it all off, he freaking loses his leg because of diabetes and his wife leaves his ass.
Yeah, but I don't agree with you getting on the internet saying that guys should stay single. Like, everybody don't move the way she moved if that's the way she's moving. Like, everybody don't.
You know whose wife didn't leave him?
There's a lot of men's wives didn't leave him.
You know whose wife didn't leave him? Future.
He's married?
No.
I don't get it.
What did Martin say? A man who sleeps on the floor can't fall out of bed, right?
Get off of this phone. How you keep getting his number? Listen,
right?
I don't agree.
Future's wife didn't leave him. Future's wife didn't leave him because he ain't got no wife. You know what Future got? He got both his legs and no wife that left his ass.
You know what? It'll make me come up there because I will.
Come up here for what?
I don't agree. If that's how she moving, I don't agree what she's doing. If that's the reason why she's doing it, like, shit, you're not gonna go have a hot girl summer. You 112, like, that's stupid. That's why I asked if there was a statement put out. But I don't agree with you telling everybody stay single. Should you have stayed single? I wish you would.
That depends. Do you plan on leaving me?
Did I leave you now with all your rolled up socks floating around? I don't roll socks for a living.
Do you
tell your people I unroll your damn socks? And when you do get sick, you lay in the bed and be like, look how I live.
Do you plan on leaving me?
No. Listen, have I left you? Look how I live.
I didn't ask if you have left me.
A bunny ass nose.
I didn't ask. I didn't ask.
I didn't ask. Look how I live.
I didn't ask if you have left me. I obviously know that you haven't left me. I'm talking about future tense.
No, I ain't leaving your crazy ass. It's crazy. You better not be up there telling them people not to get married and to stay single. That's dumb because of one person or a handful of people moving. Maybe she can't handle it. Maybe she's not the nursing, the caregiver type. Maybe she's not. Some people can't handle that shit. Like, when you looking at Grey's Anatomy and stuff like that, I'm seeing all kind of loss of limbs and the suction noises and shit. Like, some people just don't have the fucking
maybe she's just a raggedy broad. Maybe she's just a raggedy, trifling
and she
piece of shit.
And she could be. All arrows are saying that she is. I'm not saying she's not. What I'm saying is everyone don't move that way. Keep on getting. If I come up there, you're going to be in trouble. It's going to be some trouble. What you mad about?
I gotta go because I gotta give these young men some sage advice.
Which is what?
I told you already.
Listen.
I'm not setting these. This is not a piece of shit. This is a good dude.
I never said that he wasn't a good dude.
This is a good dude. This is the same shit that happened with that nigga Papoose. And they figured out a way to make him wrong. They're doing the same shit again.
Yeah, I don't know about that Papoose situation. I think that him and Remy behind the scenes running that girl's money. They just taking her for what it is, because she ain't the brightest bulb in the box. Something's wrong with that girl. You can't tell them that because there's nothing to look forward to. You stay single. Okay, you stay single, you get older. You 40-something, 50-something in the fucking club? Like, what? I didn't say nothing about
I didn't say nothing about no damn going to no club.
Everybody need companionship. Everybody want to be loved. Everybody want to have a fucking family. Even these lying ass girls that want to have hot girl summers and shit like that. That's just them trying to get attention, trying to get picked. Like, that ain't the way you go about it. Like, you tell them what you want. I don't. If that's what she did, I don't agree with how she moving. That ain't how I move. Like, certain things has happened and we had to go to urgent cares and stuff like that, and I'm holding hands. Like, I'm not like, yeah, this nigga on his way out, I'm gone. Like, come on. Everybody don't move like that.
Thank you for saying that. You making everybody think that my ass is on my deathbed or some shit.
Get out of here. You're fine. Like, we all get sick. Should I be in the urgent care? Like, is it COVID? Is the flu? It's pneumonia and the flu. Oh, Lord Jesus. Like, people get sick. You're fine. They know you're fine. What?
30 years.
It's fucked up.
30 freaking years.
What? I'm just waiting for a statement from the other side, like how she try to cop a plea or try to get out of it or try to, you know. Like I said, if she is who you say she is, it's fucked up. Don't go telling those people just stay single, be alone. Stupid. It is. Everybody's not like that. That's just you putting every woman in the same box. Stay single. Okay, stay single.
I don't have to,
like that happens.
I don't have to put them in a box that they volunteered to get in.
Okay. We'll go with that. Okay. And I love you.
Love you too.
Bye. Crazy.
$30 freaking years. 30 years. How do you do what you're supposed to do and be what you're supposed to be for 30 freaking years? And then your wife just decide, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. 30 years? $30 years. Like 30 years is a ridiculous amount of time. That's a ridiculously long amount of time. And let's be real, what other reason could she have to leave him? She's not leaving him because she had a stroke. That wouldn't make any sense. The only thing that's different about the situation is that he got his leg amputated. That, as far as I can tell, that's the only thing. Because if he was a piece of shit, if he was a horrible dude, if he was a horrible husband, why was you with him for 30 years?
As someone that holds the degree, as someone,
My husband and I were together for 8 years, 4 years dating, 4 years married, and I decided to move out in February. And do you want to know how many times?
You said mentally she probably left 10 years ago. I don't know. All I know is that shit is crazy work. That shit is crazy work. It's crazy work. I mean, you got to think about it. So you got this man who stood in the gap for his wife through the worst thing that could have ever happened to her. The second she was whole again, she filed for divorce. That is the LaVar Ball story right now. That's his story. And I'm not even going to lie. If you're a loyal, good man, this situation should be weighing heavily on your mind right now. I don't care what nobody says. What happens when you're doing everything you're supposed to do and they still leave? How do you even, like, there's no remedy for that. There's no remedy for that. Like, this ain't about basketball. We can freaking figure out how to improve a basketball game or fix problems, right? So as much as he trained his boys to be great basketball players, this ain't about basketball. This is about what men get in return for doing everything right. In 2017, Tina Bell had a massive stroke. She had what's it called? Aphasia. Couldn't talk right. The doctors weren't even optimistic that she would be able to recover. Did LaVar Ball run? Did he say, I can't deal with this? I don't know what I'm going to do? No. He did what any good husband would do. He decided to get hands-on. He took charge of her rehabilitation. The man refused to let her use a wheelchair in the house so she'd be forced to fight to walk again. He took on that job and carried the weight of it for years. I mean, just think about this. Just think about how ridiculous this situation is. While all of this was going on, LaVar Ball himself had to get his leg amputated due to complications due to diabetes in 2025. Last year. Think about this. The man focused on her health and neglected his own. Like, you can't make this up. He was so focused on her rehabilitation, he wasn't even paying attention to his own health. So this ain't even a healthy man that she left. This is a man who nursed his wife back to health only to get handed divorce papers after he lost his leg due to his own health issues. Talk about irony. Do you know what kind of scumbag you gotta be? But it's a woman, so we'll make an excuse for it. Right? There's got to be some rational explanation as to why she left. It must be because he's mean or he's abusive or he did something wrong. I was even on a panel earlier. Somebody was saying, oh, there was a young girl that was helping. There was a nurse. He probably was messing with her. Like it's crazy the mental gymnastics we go through to try to take away accountability and responsibility from the woman and place it on the man. Nearly 29 years, 30 years, bro. 30 years. She didn't want to leave when she was sick. She didn't leave while she was fighting to learn how to walk again. She left after she got her health back. He said she decided to go her own way. I'm going to say that again. She decided to go her own way after he helped her rehabilitate. And then he lost his leg. See, the crazy thing about this 30 years. Everybody loves to recite those vows at the wedding. In sickness and in health, till death do us part. But is that what happens in practice? The sickness gets covered when it's her. In fact, I believe all of those vows only favor one side because women leave men every day for being broke. And if I remember correctly, one of the vows is for richer or poor. How many women leave men simply because they lost a job or simply because they have financial troubles? But run the tape in reverse. Imagine a man whose wife had a stroke, and the second she recovered, he filed for freaking divorce and walked away. And his only explanation is he's going his own way. Right? Or excuse me, that's incorrect. Let me rephrase that. Imagine the man had the stroke. She helped him with his rehabilitation, his wife. So imagine man has a stroke. His wife helps him with his rehabilitation. He recovers. The moment he recovers, she then has a health issue. He files for divorce and walks away. And his only explanation is he decided to go his own way. That man would be the most hated man in America by the end of the day. There'd be no debate about it. No one would be saying, we don't know their private life. We don't know their situation. They wouldn't be saying any of that. Standard always changes for women in this society. And that's the tell. The outrage machine that runs 24/7 when a man does wrong is strangely quiet right now. No think pieces, no hashtags, no panels of women explaining why emotional intelligence and loyalty is necessary. At least not yet. They're still trying to figure out how they can flip the narrative and make this LaVar's fault. Trust and believe that's coming. Because that train is never late. See, here's what's dangerous about this. And I want the young dudes to hear me. Every man watching this needs to take notes. We're watching a man do everything. We're watching this man do everything our grandfathers told us real men do. And we're watching the same man end up alone, down one leg, and embarrassed in front of the world. It's a cold lesson to learn, but the question is, does it really sink in? Now, I'm going to be honest. I find it very convenient that she left after he had to get his leg amputated. Did she think that it was going to be too much work? Did she think about how much work he put in to help her with her rehabilitation and decided it was just too much to do? Or maybe she just didn't want to be with a man with one leg. I'm sorry, but I got to keep it real. See, I'm willing to say the horrible thing that the rest of you won't. She was with this man for 30 years. Now, all of a sudden, she's done right after he lost his leg. Now, I know she hasn't come out and made a statement, but whatever her statement is going to be, I'm not going to buy it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to buy it. It is what it is. But I tell you what, I'll leave you with this question. The only question that actually matters. Because I'm going to repeat it. If a woman had nursed her sick husband back to health and he recovered, and then she was struck with some sort of health issue, and he decided to leave her, would the internet be this quiet? Or would they already be online burning him down? But I'll leave that for y'all because I personally, I don't even want to talk about this no more because it's pissing me off. Shout out to DeAndre said, thank you, Mrs. Angryman. I no longer feel petty for not wanting to unball dirty socks. And yes, she is a piece of shit for leaving him when it was his turn. Oh my God.
That's that Vino energy.
I think that's DeAndrea. Hold on.
Hello.
Hey, so one of my female audience members donated $20 and said, thank you, Mrs. Angryman. I no longer feel petty for not wanting to unball dirty socks.
Man, those socks is getting thrown in the machine as is, and they could walk to the drawer themselves. Out of control. You're out of control. I got that. Out of control. MC out of control.
Yeah.
She said she doesn't feel better. Roll them socks.
Yeah.
Give me some gloves. That's love. That is love for you. I love you.
You're so lucky that I'm the respectful type of man that I am, because I could point out things that I don't like, but I'm not gonna say nothing.
You better not. You better not.
Get off my phone talking about better not.
You call me.
Get off my phone talking about better not.
I don't even know how you can get this number. You call me. Did you tell them dudes not to get married?
I didn't tell them nothing.
What'd you say?
Don't worry about what I said. That's between me and the fellas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to get this knuckle sandwich to the moon in a second.
Oh, really? There's only one thing I got to say to you about all of that.
You hang up on me. I'm
you
coming
listening?
up there. I swear
You listening?
to God.
Are you listening? No, she didn't hang up on me.
Your call has been forwarded.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Oh, that's some bullshit.
Your call.
That's some bullshit. I wasn't even gonna hang up on her. You know what I was gonna do? I was gonna play this right here.
Oh, where will the wedding supper be? Crambo. Where will the wedding supper be? Crambo. Where will the wedding supper be? Way down yonder in the cottonwood, in the eucalyptus tree. Crambo. Crambo.
I wasn't even gonna hang up on you. I was gonna play this.
Oh, where will the wedding supper be? Crambo. Where will the wedding supper be? Crambo. Where will the wedding supper be? Way down yonder in the cottonwood, in the eucalyptus tree. Crambo. Crambo kill la 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 flop-a-doodle yellow bug. That's that hard part again, right in there. Flop-a-doodle yellow bug. Too lot of didn't come up top bottom of Crambo.
Next time you putting my socks in the washer and you think about not wanting to do it, just remember that song right there.
Oh, where will the wedding supper be? Crambo. Where will the wedding supper be? Crambo. Where will the wedding supper be? Way down yonder in the cottonwood, in the eucalyptus tree. Crambo. Crambo kill la 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 flop-a-doodle yellow bug. That's that hard part again, right in there. Flop-a-doodle yellow bug.
Over there for you to throw at me. Nothing. You got nothing. Say what? Because I'm cooking. That's why it's hot in here, because I'm cooking up. I chef a miracle in Hell's Kitchen. I chef a miracle in Hell's Kitchen. I can spell miracle. I can spell miracle. M-E-R M-E-R Echo. M-E-R-I-K-L-E. Miracle. Miracle. M-E-R-I-K-L-E. Miracle. Do I gotta say it again?
Oh, where will the wedding supper be? Crambo. Where will the wedding supper be? Crambo. Where will the wedding supper be? Way down yonder in the cottonwood, in the eucalyptus tree. Crambo kill la 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 lapadoodle yellow bug. That's that hard part again, right in there. Crambo lapadoodle yellow bug. Too lot of it come around top bottom it. Crambo.
Let me tell you something. If you didn't grow up watching this when you was a kid, I feel sorry for your childhood. I feel sorry for your childhood if you never saw this. If you never saw this, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you if you never saw this. Crambo. That's the type of shit I be doing though. I don't care. That's why my wife don't really be, trying to come at me crazy, because I'll do something like that. I'll pull up some shit like that and just randomly. Matter of fact, hold on, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Because I ain't got no sense. I ain't got no sense, y'all. I promise you. I ain't got no sense. Let's see. Where is one? So I'll just randomly go up to my wife. I'll be like, hey, check this out. Damn it. I know damn well. I got something that I came across. Because I be finding random weird ass shit. And when I see it, I'll just go show it to my wife. And my wife would be looking at me like I'm crazy. Well, for me, it's the funniest shit in the world. I don't care what nobody say. It's the funniest shit in the world. Matter of fact, here go an example right here. Hold on.
Crazy.
Oh my God. What else did I come across? I'm gonna start sharing some of my crazy videos that I come across. I'm gonna start sharing some of these videos with y'all, because it should be funny to me. It should be hilarious. That it? That ain't it. Anyway, shout out to Tim Dog. He said, it's always Jermaine's fault. Bino for life. Shout out to Bryson. Said, been a while since I tipped AM, just paying dues. Appreciate you. Let's see who else we got in the building. And shout out to Zero Fallout, said that's about a third of your life gone for nothing. At least she could have left him when he was younger. Feminism has brainwashed society to think the worst of men and the best of women. Most men are kind. That's a fact. That's a fact. But anyway, shout out to everybody that came through, hung out with me. I appreciate y'all as always. But I'm going to get up out of here because I got some editing to do before it gets too late. So with that being said, I'm going to holler at you guys later. Deuces.
The session is closed. The board is dismissed.
I gave you the blueprint, now go build a estate. Stop arguing with broke, man, stop debating with fate. We don't negotiate value, we dictate the price. You watch the show for free, I just gave you a slice. But the real ones know where the equity lives. We taking everything, we got nothing to give. The manual is waiting, you know where it's at. This ain't a gamble, it's a guaranteed bet.
Build, protect, lead. Go and plant the seed. Build, protect, lead. That's the code we need. Go to the side, secure the command. The Angryman Channel, the standard of the land.
The Angryman Channel.com.
Get the shirt, get the book.
Start watching, start working.